This is Carol Roy live at VMworld 2010, and in front of me today I've got Bart Bartlett, the VP of Marketing and one of the co-founders of Pancetera. How are you, Bart?
Great, Carol. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thanks. Now, Pancetera just launched only a few short weeks ago, came out with your product, Pancetera Unite. So give us a little history on the company itself, where you guys came from. I know you've been, what was it, double top secret stealth for a couple years?
So around August 2nd, we came out of double top secret mode, and the genesis of the company came a couple of years ago, actually. Some friends of mine that I worked with at Data Domain, Greg Wade and Mitch Hale, were focused on sort of challenges in backing up VMware. And so they sort of started investigating, what would be an easier way of doing this. And that was the genesis of Unite. And then I joined them about a year ago. We got funded by Hummer Winblad and Onset Ventures in December of last year. And then we actually launched the company, as I mentioned, August 2nd.
So a whirlwind few weeks, and now you guys are exhibiting at VMworld. What are people going to see here at the show?
So they'll be seeing basically demos of Pancetera Unite. And the product itself is a resource platform that makes it very easy to interface traditional or legacy enterprise tools with your VMware environment. So essentially we have a couple of key technologies. One is called Smart View, and what Smart View does is more or less brings all of your VMs into a single mount point. So we can essentially take all of your VMware storage, all of the hypervisors, all of the underlying VMs, all of the files that make up those VMs, and abstract all of that to a single sys or NFS mount point. Then you can back up, you can replicate, you can copy. We just make it very easy to manage that environment.
Now, you do, as you were just mentioning, it optimizes. Tell us really what the biggest advantages are to using Pancetera Unite.
Sure. Well, so one, there's the Smart View, the consolidation element, right? Because let's say you've got a traditional legacy backup. Tomorrow we'll be announcing a partnership with a large multinational vendor that you've probably heard of before, right? And in their case, right, one of the things they like is we make it very easy to interface their existing backup product, no matter what version, no matter what agent, right? They can just back up from the Unite mount point and they get complete access to the VMware environment. So that gives them a huge leg up, and I think from their standpoint they would attest to it really accelerating their VMware backups. So, instead of having to choose a VMware-only backup product, instead of having to use VCB and make a double copy of the data and use a scripted backup client, you just use your existing backup client, you back up through the Unite mount point, and you're good to go. It's really that simple.
Now, you keep mentioning that you're focused on a VMware backup, those kinds of things. Are you going to be expanding to other hypervisor technologies in the future?
Absolutely, right? So the product itself is leveraging the VMware vStorage APIs for block level access into VMware, but it's architected to work with other hypervisors kind of based on market conditions and market demands. Now, right now there's a lot of market demand for VMware.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing you on the floor, Bart. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate your time, Carol.